Welcome to the first episode of PO or Go. Alright guys, today we're starting a new series. This is called PO or Go. PO meaning pre-order, and Go as in gets out of our shopping cart and we're not ordering it. So how this is going to go is we're going to have 4 statues in every video. The one that we like the best.
Or figures.
The one that we like the best will be PO'd, pre-ordered. The ones that we don't will go. So we have 4 statues today. Only statues today, but it might not always be statues.
Yeah,
okay?
we got a good mix of some newer ones and some ones that have been around for a little bit, and we're going to talk through our process. I know we have a lot of new statue fans, and I have a lot of people asking me lots of questions, so I think this will be a good insight of what we would look for, and then maybe bring some things to your attention, maybe not, maybe some hidden things that you may not notice. And we'll just take it from there and just kind of walk through it with us and kind of see what we got.
Now, obviously, gotta say, because we are actually going to order these, we are going to be a lot harder on them than just some of our other videos of, well, this one's okay, this one's whatever. There are going to be some pretty harsh critiques of these statues because we are spending money on these statues.
This is our money.
Right.
Well, this is not somebody gifting us a statue.
Right. This is us
our
buying
money.
it. So there's going to be a lot more pros and cons listed than just this statue's cool. So
yeah, I like this one, thumbs up. And it's like, because for us, there may be some times where we do more than one.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we can kind of talk ourselves into it. So let's get to it.
First off, we have
Sideshow Rogue.
This is a new one.
The new one. And this is the one that's causing a lot of stir. A lot of people like it. It's got swap out arms. It's got a kind of an interesting head sculpt. She got the jacket, but I'm
gonna be mean.
We got a couple.
Sorry,
we got a couple of things to kind of nitpick here too.
The base is fine in my opinion. I don't really care.
It's average.
I will say with this figure, I think the face looks really good. I think the pose is really good. I'm all about it. One thing that I'm gonna really nitpick about here is this belt pisses me off. Like, y'all, no, she is going to, the moment her knee gets off of that base and matches her other leg, the belt is literally just going to slide off. Like, nobody wears a belt like that. And also, what is it doing? Like,
it's a hula hoop.
Right. Like, don't, come on now.
Like, if she gets bored, she goes hula hoop.
Right. I'm like, come on. It's such a good statue for that to be like one of my worst critiques, that I can never look over this belt.
I might have to go old man mode.
Oh yeah, you can't see.
I do. So you have the one where she's like pulling the glove off, like she's getting ready, like her power. Like when touches her skin, she absorbs their power, and then she has another one where she's kind of patting the fist. So I think the arms are really well.
Yes.
I feel like her proportions up top are not. So I really like from waist down. I like it.
Yep.
And here's what I think.
Besides the belt.
Well, yeah, that's kind of either here or there. But here's what I feel like. So that black mark right here on her chest, I feel like that's where her shoulders should be, or her collarbone should be. But I feel like they really wanted to get this jacket in, and they kind of had to raise it up a little bit so that jacket would not rub on her butt, or the paint would not touch. And by doing that, they've elongated the upper part of her chest, and it just, like, to me, okay, to be fair, guys, I'm a science teacher and I taught anatomy. So this to me, and I've been a coach for a while, this to me is just one of those things that is just anatomically not correct to have that line that far down with her pectoral muscle here, and then her shoulders would extend up.
I do agree that, like, her neck looks abnormally long. Like, you pointing that out, now I'm looking at it, and I think her neck's like this long. And
well, they raised the shoulder to bring the jacket up.
yeah.
And then, so because of where it hits in the back. And I feel like that, to me, is going to be a miss. Now, this is not a terrible price point. If you just really, really wanted a Rogue and that's not a big deal for you, I think the face looks pretty good. I think the hair looks pretty good. I like the idea of the jacket, but this part, to me, would bother me.
Yeah.
Would bother me tremendously.
And I do say that I like this statue a lot. I think there's just like those tiny little things that make it really hard to look over.
It's one of those things. So when you see it statues, like once you see something, it's really,
see it forever.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult to unsee it. And I think this is going to be one of those things. Ever since the first time I saw it, and I was trying to look, I was like, something doesn't look right. And then when I looked at the 360, I was like, oh, well, her shoulders are too high.
So in conclusion, the statue is going to be a...
Yeah, that's going to have to be a go.
It's going to have to be a go.
Well,
all right.
All right, what we got next?
Next up, we have...
All right, we have Sideshow Bishop.
I really like Bishop. Bishop is one of my favorite X-Men. I'm glad to see like some representation out there of Bishop because like we don't get literally anything at all. I feel like we get 1,000 Cyclopses, 1,000 Wolverines.
Yeah, we kind of get the same ones a lot.
Right, and we don't get like a bunch of, different characters. So this is cool to have different characters.
Yeah, so this is Sideshow. It has a light up. His little portal does light up, even though it's not a terrific light up because his statue is still pretty dark and the kind of light is behind him. So it's just kind of like, I mean, it's a nightlight feature, but it's not like a tremendous statue feature.
Right. Basically, if you're looking to get like fun light up pieces, this is not a fun light up piece. It's just kind of...
It just feels like it's just kind of there.
Yep, I think I really agree with
it feels like it's like, hey, we can make this a light up feature, and everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. And
I think that's what, honestly, I think a lot of statues are doing that now, of like things that don't necessarily need to light up, and they're just like, but what if it did? Yeah. It's like, okay, but like, what is that doing for me?
Yeah, when you see some like the Ghost Rider,
well, that you have to have
that it incorporates itself as part of the statue.
Exactly.
This one really doesn't. Like this one doesn't have anything much to do with Bishop himself. And I will say this, and this is, and you guys know I do not normally say this, but I actually like the standard edition much better than the exclusive.
I agree.
With the bald head and the energy coming out of his eyes. I don't think I would ever use that.
To me, it looks less Bishop-y.
But
to me,
and that kind of goes along with the unmasked Wolverines and things like that. I know I've had a lot of them, and your part of your mindset is like, well, if I can get the EX or Deluxe edition, should I go ahead and get it? And I don't really think that matters as much anymore.
It just depends on your preference.
Yeah,
it's really whatever you want.
But I think this one, if you just get the standard edition, it's going to be, this would be the one I would display all the time. I like this, and this kind of the more traditional, has he first appeared coming out. I really like it. I think it's a thumbs up.
I like this one a lot. I will say I think the base is so like disappointing almost, of like, it's cool, it's got the portal, it's got some details in the portal of like the wanted signs. Like I think it's really interesting. But when the outfit's really cool, and then you have like this base.
Yeah, but when it's lit up, you can't really see the signs that are tagged up inside of it. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it. Let's just keep it for now. It's not a go yet.
This one is neither a PO or go. Yeah, this is in the middle.
This is we're gonna keep just a little bit longer. Let's see what else we got.
This one's going to return later on. Number 3, a return to the channel for probably the 3rd time now. The Hulk and Wolverine statue yet again.
So this was my winner for the Sideshow statues from a couple months ago.
Go watch that video if you haven't. It's pretty good.
So this is kind of a tricky one for us.
I'm gonna be a hater for a second because that's what I'm on this channel to do. I feel like I just play the other side, you know. He plays the pro side and I play the cons of this statue. For us, we have one, guys. Like, it's right there.
But it doesn't have snow.
That's true.
It doesn't have a brown suit.
But listen,
it doesn't have a crazy Hulk head.
Yes, it does.
Well, but it's a different one.
Okay, I hate to say it, but it looks like he's wearing like a toupee. Like, I don't. Why do we have?
So just to show you guys, this is the head on the green Hulk,
and it looks good.
So it is a different one. The McFarlane Hulk looks kind of more of a monster.
Guys, literally, this Hulk looks like he's wearing a toupee, and it looks like it's falling off. Look at it. Like, I'm being as nice as I possibly can, but what? And he's got like jorts on. Like, why is he wearing jorts?
Well, he always does.
No, he does not. He's got like purple pants. This dude went to like H&M, went to American Eagle, and got himself some jorts and his toupee.
He's a barbecue dad.
Yes, exactly. And like, Wolverine looks pretty sick. I like brown suit Wolverine, but guys, this Hulk, I cannot get over this. I'm sorry. I have to play that side of toupee Hulk, and his jorts really isn't doing it for me.
All right, so I will say, because we have one already, then we can finally let this one go. I've hung on to the idea of getting this for months. So,
but guys, listen, if you didn't get this one, like you said, if you didn't get this one, get this one, just because you don't want to miss out on two.
It is a great piece. It is an eye catcher, and like I said, I've gone to a lot of places, a lot of stores, and
this one always catches the eye. Absolutely.
It's not the biggest, it's not the brightest, but it's one of those.
Cool piece.
It's a very dynamic piece that I like this one better than the Venom and the Spider-Man.
For sure.
Maquette. I mean, all the fighting this is my favorite fighting maquette. Yes. So, all right, I think we can go. Yeah, I think it's got to go. Toupee and
Hulk.
jorts and all.
Gotta go.
All right, now this is Molly's favorite.
Yay! Last but not least,
now I
today,
get to hate on this.
Yes, you do. Last but not least, today we have the Crow. This one, I like the Crow. This is cool. I might be like the biggest Crow fan out there right now. Don't talk to me about the new movie. I will not ever listen to you. Don't even talk to me.
The Brandon Lee Crow.
Brandon Lee Crow. If you come up to me and ask me about the new movie, I'm walking away and I'm not acknowledging you. However,
this is one of her favorite cosplay.
I have a cosplay. Insert image here. But I love the Crow. And this statue, I remember seeing it for the first time, and I said, "This is it, guys. Like, I need this thing."
She would want like the most expensive one.
Absolutely. Of all the Crow statues, this is my favorite one.
Right.
I do have the Crow Sideshow figure. Mm-hmm. Awesome figure, fantastic. Mm-hmm. But guys, this one scratches that itch in my brain. Like, the pose is there, the window's there. He's got accessories. He's got the guitar. He's got a bird. He's got masks in the background. Like, this is.
So you would have
really
to get this version. You wouldn't get the one with just him.
No, it would have to be the one with everything. I feel like if you're going to already pay the price that it is, because it's not cheap, that I would want to go ahead and get the whole thing, you know? This is a big boy, too. This is a big statue.
What I do like about this one, even though this is technically a 1/3, it's not a very big 1/3.
Yes.
There's some that are much, much larger. Now, this one is wide.
Mm-hmm, because it has a window.
But it's
he's like this.
But it's not crazy. It doesn't take up a ton of space.
Right.
I mean, it's only 14 inches deep, 26 high. So you're going to see some that are 30, 31 inches, much larger than this. For this,
what are your cons? Because I can say that I don't really have a whole lot of cons for this one. I really, really like it.
Price.
Yeah. compared to the other statues we've had today, a little bit more on the expensive side.
Yeah, probably double.
Yes.
Or right at double. Of course, I mean, it's a chunk of a statue. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't feel like too many more people will make a Brandon Lee Crow.
Right.
I think PCS has kind of pushed the envelope with their horror line, with their 1/3. I don't really see too many other people really doing that. And this is just kind of a one-off. I haven't seen anything from the new Crow.
Because nobody wants to talk about it. Okay?
I'm not sure I would.
I'm pretty sure the people who made it don't even want to talk about it.
So this might be one that we look at, because if we can get a good deal on it.
Thanks, Collector's Zone.
Now here's the kicker, just from me to you. When you're talking about these 1/3 size statues, shipping is high. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars if they come in one box.
And guys, that's why Collector's Zone is so good, because they put the shipping price in, so it's not a surprise later on. Oh, by the way, it's $900 shipping.
Right.
You know what the shipping is when you buy it. The discount goes for both shipping and the price, because it's all together. And that's so convenient when you don't have to worry about, oh, well, I haven't gotten my shipping price yet. So
we think this one's going to be a
PO. Guys,
think so.
I gotta have this thing. This thing scratched that itch in my brain. I need this in my house. Like, of all the Crow statues, you know, there's always been an issue with some of them of, like, you know, they're kind of rickety, or they wobble, or this one doesn't come with this accessory, blah, blah, blah. This one doesn't do any of that. And it's good. It's perfect. It looks like Brandon Lee. I love it.
You want me to tell you probably the main thing that I do like about it? I think the face sculpt is really good.
Absolutely.
But I like that you can take the bird off his shoulder and put it on the window.
Yes, because that has been an issue with, like, some of the Crow statues, that, like, the bird is, like, so inconveniently placed.
I don't like the bird, because it looks like either they're, like, looking super cheap, or they look kind of way too big. They're just, it's very distracting. Like the Sideshow piece, I think it's a nice piece. I just couldn't get over all the hang-ups on it.
But this one's not that. And it's perfect. I really think this is, like, the perfect Crow statue. I love it. I absolutely love it. So. Yeah,
so make sure you tell your friends, because this is an expensive boy.
It is. So.
All right, so if we're getting this one, then what are we going to do with Bishop? We're just going to pass on Bishop?
I'm going to say that we are going to pass for now.
Okay.
We're going to give him...
We're going to put him in a...
temporary pass.
I'm
not sure yet.
But we're going to keep him, and maybe we'll see him
Guys,
again
Bishop
down the road.
might show up later on. But for this video, our winner, RPO, is going to be the Crow. And obviously when we get it in, we'll unbox it for you, and I'll tell you how much I love it and show you where I put it on my shelf. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be doing some more of these. This is a series, guys, so stay tuned.
First of many.
First of many. We'll see you next time. Crow is really sick, and that's the only one I like, so...